First up is approval of claims.
I'll make a motion that we approve the claims.
I'll second it. All in favor? Aye.
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 Okay, next is approval of minutes.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, next we have Carrie Scott with JMC Engineers and Associates, representing Smithville Telephone.
Smithville is wanting to bring some fiber optic cable into their building up there on 5th and whatever, 5th and Main. And my company, JMC Engineers, is here on their behalf to request a permit or whatever the proper procedure is. To do this, we're right now in the planning stages, engineering it for them. We plan on coming across the river and coming through the town, utilizing some alleys and street right of way. Have a copy of our proposed route.
Let us all look at it, I guess.
Well, here, I've got, I'll even do better than that here.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Yep, do you have an extra?
One.
Thank you.
So this is to upgrade your facilities here, and provide a new fiber optic route into it between Ellisville and their central office here, which eventually will lead to other things. Right now it's just to upgrade their existing facility. But most importantly, it will provide a diverse route into their facility, so if something does happen, they'll have another route to provide service so the town won't be isolated or left without any phone service. And then later on it will be added benefits later on too. But I'm proposing to come across the river, bore across under the river, come up along, I guess it's called First Street, the gravel road going to the sewer treatment facilities. Utilizing the road going underneath the viaduct, underneath the railroad track. And coming up, I believe that's North Street to 2nd Street. And coming down to the alley, runs in front of here, utilizing the alley to bring the fiber up to the office, up on 5th Street.
But I personally think they ought to give us something for a right of way.
Can I ask a question on that?
Yes.
These fiber optic lines that you're talking about now, is that for future, for when they do like the cable and internet be hooked up to this is like phase 1 for this preview coming attraction?
They will eventually have to have that, yes.
Okay. Now, we already have Comcast with the town, and I don't know what board it was that they made a contract with or whatever, but we do receive quarterly money from them.
Yes.
So, in the future, when Smithville hooks up their cable and their high internet services, we may not be here, it may be another board, I don't know. But I don't know, I've not seen a contract with Comcast, I just know that I receive money every quarter. And that's for what you're talking about, the use of.
Right, and you get into all kinds of different things there, because that may be a mutual operating agreement which would preclude us from allowing anybody else to provide similar services as Comcast. You'd have to find the agreement, but those are typically long-term agreements.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we go ahead and let them bury their cable or bore their cable and up to the main office to upgrade their, I guess it'd be the
Existing.
Just an upgrade.
Yeah.
So subject to entering into an agreement with the company.
Subject to entering into agreement with the company, with Smithville Telephone.
That's fine. We can do that.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next is police.
Yeah, I was wondering if, you guys had had a chance to go over the SOPs or?
I still have, there are a few changes that I wanted to make, and
Okay.
I'll give them to you before tonight,
Okay.
before the end of the meeting tonight.
No problem, thank you.
And then you can just, if you would, then just go there, get some typos and just a few things that I've added.
Okay,
And if we get those taken care of, they'll be ready for approval at the next meeting.
okay.
The fire department, fire snaps. I'll go ahead and do this letter.
Go ahead.
I got a letter here from the Reverend Rick Robertson, who's a pastor of McCormick's Creek United Pentecostal Church. And it says, "To whom it may concern, I would like to present to the town of Gosport our intent to rent the former Station 19 Fire Department building located on the corner of 3rd and Main for the purpose of hosting weekly activities, game nights for youth, in addition to the planning of future weekly services. We request a lease for 1 year with rent at $200 per month to include utilities beginning November 1st, 2009, with the option to renew the lease annually thereafter. We will pay for the first 6 months of rent in advance. We also understand that we would be responsible for any difference in the costs associated with winter utilities expense, as well as expense for remodeling the bathrooms and other necessary painting. The church will also provide insurance coverage for all activities and events through our Farm Bureau agent, Terry Wright. The McCormick's Creek Church has been actively involved in the outreach in the city of Gosport for many years. We look forward to having the opportunity for continued involvement in the community and to provide a safe haven for the youth to hang out and fellowship in a supervised environment. Thank you for your consideration in this matter."
And also on that, the police department will still use part of it, and the fire department will be using still part of it for storage. Am I right, Steve?
Yeah,
The only other concern that I have, and I don't know the answer to this, so I'm just tossing it out, and it occurred to me afterwards. If we lease that property, I assume that we do not pay real estate taxes on that particular property now because it's under the name of the town of Gosport. Does it then become taxable property if we start drawing rental from it? So what I will do in the meantime is, I don't have any problems if the board wants to go forward with the approval of a lease subject to its drafting and subject to the execution by all the parties. It's not binding. Even if we approve this tonight, it's not, doesn't bound us until we actually sign the lease agreement. Indiana law requires us to have a written document if it's for 1 year or more. So we would draft that, I'll look into those things, and then I'll get together with you, Steve, and we'll try to work out the details of doing that. Okay.
I'll make a motion that we go ahead and okay, what's his name, for the church's name?
Rick Robertson.
Rick Robertson, as long as they meets Terry's requirements and a contract, I guess, wouldn't it be, Terry, between them and the town board?
That's correct.
And that's the only way, as long as it's in agreement and everything, is the only way that this will stand.
Okay, I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.